Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, it's time. It's that time again. Time for all of you to suffer at my hands.
Well, it's a good day to be me and not have to touch any of those dirty cats anymore. They're always living in their holes. I have to dig them out with my shovel. And you know how I feel about shovels.
I do know how you feel about shovels. Shovels are, yeah, that's a whole other situation.
How come
That was
my
stupid.
laptop is frozen? This is Linux. It's never supposed to crash ever.
Yeah, if you
Can't believe
switch to Linux, if you're trying to be super based and only use alt tech always, then you'll be rewarded for that with lots of convenience at every turn.
it. Yeah. It's okay. I'll just reset my computer.
This thing isn't showing me the chat for some reason.
You don't deserve a chat.
I guess I, I guess I'll just leave the. I guess I'll just have the stream open on my
What are we
computer.
starting with?
Yeah, we started. Yeah.
No, but what are
We.
we starting with? Like the bird drawing or what?
Oh. Yeah, sure. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Oh, I didn't open all of them yet. Okay. So this week, hold on. I've got to open all of them on here. I don't know if anyone's watching yet, but we're probably going to do the little like picture activity things as a weekly ritual. Where are you? Here we are.
Yeah.
So this week we have. Tell her to go away already.
I
I'm
don't know what
done.
you're talking
I'm
about.
done. I'm done with people's girlfriends today. I don't want any more girlfriends in my life for the rest of the day.
Let
Uh,
alone yours. This is just like a Picarto stream, except for instead of drawing a big dog dick, I'm drawing a bird.
yes. Oh yeah, we've got Tattooed Sheep on with us today. He's going to help us critique some art.
Yes.
He's the expert in the subject. Jeff and I are just amateurs. So this is the thing today. If you're watching and you're not in the Discord, if you don't have a Discord, that's pretty cool. I guess message me somewhere. Go on the Telegram and message me or email me. Okay, here's the first one. It says, oh my gosh, it's because this one's actually bigger than my screen, so I actually have to zoom out on these ones. Here's the first one. I think this is probably going to be the best one. I'm pretty sure I can't top this. I don't know if Jeff wants to try. Uh, That's like some psychedelic horror right there. Oh, are you looking at my screen? I guess you're not. Here, let me switch my thing here. Mm,
This is just like I read on WeChat.
there you go. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. You're seeing what I'm seeing now.
Okay, there we go.
That's what I like.
I think
It's like
also.
album art.
Whatever. I'll go fix that later. Huh? Oh
It
yeah, that
looks
could
like
be.
an album art.
That could be album art. Yeah, that's the. When I finish my album, actually no, I already have someone lined up for the first one. But I'm gonna commission you for one of my album arts. If I do like psychedelic rock in the future, for sure. I do like horror, psychedelic kind of stuff.
I mean, I was just practicing drawing teeth.
That was what you were doing prior to that?
No, I was drawing something else completely. I was drawing one of those. I mean, I showed the other person in chat, not chat, the stream.
Oh.
I showed.
Jeff? Are you referring to Jeff?
Yeah, I didn't want to say his name though.
No, we say our names all the time. I'll call you Tattoo Cheap if you want. I don't know if you
Nah,
care.
I don't particularly care.
Oh, okay. His name's David. I will call you David from now on.
My husband is Walter White, yo.
But yeah,
Just a little bit
I already
smaller.
showed Jeff what I was working on, but it's basically just the character. He's supposed to be an angel, and he's got like wings made of hands. It's mostly copy and pasted, but I was gonna go through and redraw all the hands again in a different way when I actually do the line art.
Should have done this before I started, but I didn't, so this is the situation we're in now.
But yeah, you know, I was in the middle of drawing the angel, and then you showed, and you're like, "Hey, do this at like 3 a.m." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay," and drew that in like 15 minutes, and then went
That's
back
true
to drawing
either.
the angel.
This is definitely a picture that would have been drawn at 3 a.m. That may have had something to do with it. Well, yeah, that one was the best so far. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be the best overall as well. And we had a couple others. Not as many people did this one. What's wrong, guys? I know there are several artists here. Everybody's afraid to show their artistic ability. This was the second one here. This one looks kind of like one of those optical illusion kind of pictures, but it also appears to be a phone screen cap, so I assume that the person probably took about 10 or 15 seconds to do this picture. And maybe it's like really cool abstract art and I just don't understand it.
I like it, but you lose like 5 points for not cropping your meme.
That's right, you gotta crop it. If people can tell it's a phone screen cap and it isn't something like TikTok where it's obvious, then you gotta crop it. But yeah, that's a pretty good one. Who is that? That was period comma. A guy named period comma. Is that Dakota? I think that's Dakota. Anyway. Not Dakota IRL. The guy on here. I think he changed his name. Anyway. Okay. And then the next one. This is from a guy named Rapist. A strapping young lad named Rapist. A fine gentleman named Rapist on our channel.
I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good speech form.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be a penis?
I think so, yeah. There's the balls on top and then the penis. I don't know how a penis could be facing that direction, though. It appears to be erect as well, so that makes it even harder. You like twisted the balls and turned them upside down. You have to look this up. What are you looking up?
I'm looking up fish penis.
An artist.
What does a fish penis look like?
Do they have penises? I don't think they mate like mammals do.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Well, they sexually reproduce. I think they have sperm.
Yeah, but I think they just squirt it into the water.
And the female eats it or something. I think it might be something close to that, yeah.
No, I think the sperm just lays directly on the eggs after the female, jettisons.
Did you just refer to them as females, you sexist pig?
So
I mean,
the
it's like,
female lays the eggs and the male jacks off onto the eggs.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. I think
You
they
must.
both die in the process.
You have to eat all the eggs. Wait, they can't lay eggs multiple times?
I mean, I
Well,
think
it might
it
depend on the
depends on the
species.
fish, but
Okay. Anyway, so I haven't done it yet. We're gonna do them. We're gonna do them live. That was all the people who submitted entries so far. Where's the template? Here we go. Oh, hey Andrew. For some reason my chat's broken, so now I have to keep the YouTube window open.
I mean, you can just open the chat in a pop-out window, and then you can close the stream.
Again?
Yeah, so
Da,
right
da, da,
click
da.
and then pop-out chat.
Community
And that
moderation.
pop-out chat, when you right-click the hamburger thing, and then that'll open it up in a new window.
Oh, so it does. Okay, wonderful. FMJ says come. Thank you, FMJ. Okay, cool. I can just close that.
Stream paused.
Oh, yeah, I'll just go get it later. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Here we go. So, did that have the right? Oh, okay. That's gonna bother me. I have to fix that.
You should draw a horse.
A horse?
Horse.
Mhm. Oh, here, let me change my thing again.
That's really zoomed in.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? Wait, what are you doing? Let me look at yours.
I
Oh,
have not.
Is the thing set up? Am I watching yours?
Mine's Gimp. The Gimperino.
There we go.
We see yours, but it's
Oh, you
really
didn't-
zoomed in on the top part.
Oh.
So scroll up and down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, on Discord or on the YouTube stream?
On the YouTube stream.
Oh, shoot. Oh, crap.
You want to look at mine?
No, not that. Not that either. There. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Well, I have to zoom in and out a little bit. Well, here. Can I not? There's the problem with Paint is you can't zoom any more than that. Okay, fine. I'll just leave it like I will just leave it like that. Okay.
All right, just do it and then zoom out when you're done. See, this is a happy little duck. See, we went similar directions with the big jaw.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I was originally gonna do that. Just keep going.
Oh, okay. Are you drawing yours right now, or are you waiting for me to finish?
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, okay, I'll go first, and then you can. See, birds
like a
birds
Chad.
don't have ears either. See, he's gotta have some big delts. Wait, hold on. Do the muscle right. Let me think.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the background is pink. Is there a way to set the background color in this? Does that mean I'm always... That means I can only erase by doing this. I've gotten used to using paint for a lot of things.
100 hours in MS Paint.
100 hours. If it can be done, it's like Aristotle once said, if it can be done in paint, then don't use Photoshop. Oh gosh. Know what I should do though? Is
There you go. Use the off
I'll just
white
use the
color.
off color. There you go. In retrospect, that would have been an argument for using Photoshop instead. Oops.
It's too late now.
Okay, so that doesn't actually work. Yeah, you have to use the primary color for that. Oh, birds have feathers though, so yeah.
Yeah,
He's got plenty
usually,
of
yeah.
those.
It's kind of like how modern farm chickens are like just so muscular that they
Yeah,
can't.
this is my art. This is a protest against the maltreatment of modern farm animals.
Yeah, they're so Chad and built that they can't. Their little legs break.
I feel like I'm missing a muscle somewhere.
Uh, mhm. Gotta give him the abs. Yep, there you go.
Needs the abs, yeah. I should have done some huge back muscles, but now it won't fit inside.
You can still give him huge back muscles. Just make him like lumps along the back.
Bros, is he natty? Is he gonna make it?
Achievable natty? I think not. You know what? I didn't like that one as well. I've got to fix that one.
Hmm. This is the best art stream ever.
See,
Yes.
now you know that I'm an expert. Now I know what I'm talking about when I do my critical analysis of other people on the internet.
Exactly.
Of course.
Well, at least you're not copy and pasting parts of the picture.
Yeah, I'm at least not copying and pasting.
This is
Actually, no,
my
'cause I would
body
have to
goal.
be
This is my body
backwards like
goal for
that.
the new year.
I feel like his back just looks like a hunchback, though.
Yeah.
How far back was that in my thing?
Pretty far. I think like 15 moves. No.
There you go. No,
Huh?
you had it.
I wasn't satisfied with whichever one you thought was good.
I'm never satisfied.
Jeff challenges me to be better. So that looks like a pretty solid bird to me.
He needs more neck muscles.
How
More
much do you
neck
think he
muscles?
can deadlift?
He eats 10 eggs every day.
10 eggs. He eats nothing but crickets.
Deadlift a whole birdhouse.
Deadlift a birdhouse.
Okay, there we go. We can call that good. Send that to the boys.
There. 'Cause
Okay, let's see yours.
Okay. Let's get
He
it.
cracked out GIMP for this
started.
one.
Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to go?
I hope that people know that those are supposed to be feathers and not that I just suck at drawing hands. I can draw perfectly sort of decent hands.
Oh, I hate that. Good enough. And then, see, I'm using a smoother, but it's still bad. That's because I'm bad at art.
Nah, smoothers make things worse. You should turn it off completely.
Okay.
Smoother will make it look like a Flash character from like old Flash animations.
Yeah.
So it's good sometimes depending on what you want to do with it.
It's good if it's what you're going for.
I
Not
sometimes
what I'm
like
going
it.
for. It depends on the shape, but draw a little cool bit here. You say
Andrew, are you doing one? I know you've got art skills. I don't know actually.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not sure if I've seen
lumpy
you do.
legs.
Is this going to be a robot?
no. It's
Oh.
a
Looks
boat.
like a boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sent
Yeah.
the thing I was drawing to the group
No,
chat in
don't
case
bother
you were
with that.
wondering.
Oh, this group chat.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Did you want me to show it? Or
Eh, not necessarily. It's
okay,
just in case you were wondering.
that is cool. That's really good.
Yeah.
I kind of got into art again a year or so ago. You remember, like the summer before last, I was asking you about for advice on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was starting to practice again at that point because of reasons. I'm kind of glad that I did it anyway, though.
I mean, it's
hadn't
kind of
really-
hard to give good advice, just in general,
Hmm.
because it's really subjective a lot of the time. It's
Mm.
more a combination of a culmination of things you don't do, and then
Hmm.
eventually you'll just get it right once you stop making mistakes. But there are tips you can give to do better.
And I think
Like,
that's good. Then give him a little anchor too.
nice.
Then
Interesting to see how you connect the head.
It's a cannon. Doesn't need to be
Oh,
connected.
I didn't see that yet. Okay.
yeah, I think
I like that.
Yeah, I think Jeff's is the best.
Now I feel stupid because you actually put more effort into it. I'll go do another one later.
off stream.
Yeah, I'll crack out Photoshop and do a real one later. Actually, I don't know. Maybe if I feel like it.
Let's see.
Let's see.
So this line will be hard probably, but
I think I did one of these like a year ago. I could show that one as well.
Yeah, sure. If you can find it.
Yeah,
Post-
give me a second.
send me the template as well. I'm trying to collect as many templates for this kind of stuff that we can do for the stream every week. So I think we're gonna make this a regular thing. So we'll just post something
Makes the shape too complex.
on like Thursday or Friday most weeks from now on. And whoever wants to participate in it can do it. And if you don't want me to show it on the stream, then either say so or just post it after the stream is over.
I mean, I can just make templates for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool as well. Oh, I thought it was just going to be lay F
right.
word. Fun.
All right, here's the one I did like
You're
a
referring to
year.
that stupid YouTube thing? I think
No,
it's spelled Haus in that one though.
HAUs, like
You know, remember?
German.
I guess you remember we were talking about them a week or two ago. It was like the worst thing that ever happened to YouTube. Funhouse.
This line's a little too strong. This one.
Did you say you posted something, David?
Yeah, I found the not template. I found the
Oh,
art
got
I
it.
did.
Oh, it's kind of a similar one.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, but duck instead of bird.
There, I think that works a little better.
Where my damn stream at? Where my damn stream at?
Okay, we gotta draw the sun here.
Oh wait, not that one. Ah, gosh dang it. There we go. There we go. There it is. That's a good one. Yep, no criticism here.
No criticism here.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's objectively perfect.
Ah, I see. Yeah, for a second the stream was just the window of the chat.
Yeah, I screwed up because that's the Firefox window right now, and I tried to send it to the Firefox window.
Ah,
Now,
I see.
now what are you up to?
Well,
Oh, that's a sun. Okay.
yeah.
Sun.
You should give him dimples.
This is an androgynous Babylonian god. Sun, in case anybody wasn't sure. That's good. I think that'll do it.
Need a little captain here, I think.
Oh, let's set up the other stuff while you're finishing.
Go.
Nice.
Let's see. This one. Yeah, here we go.
Capitan.
Captain. No, I don't like it.
Gosh.
Get rid of him. There we go. It's done.
Maybe if you put the captain
These freaking Laney pictures, man.
in the little like tower bunker part.
That's the thing. Oh, it's because I minimized the window. Oops.
Also, I misspelled captain, I'm pretty sure. I think it's AIN.
Yeah, it's AIN.
What is going on with this? Okay, there we go.
So done. There we go. Boom.
Yep, that's a keeper.
It's a good one. Hang it up on the fridge.
Yeah.
My kid did this. Show it to your girlfriend.
Yeah. That's what she likes.
That's what she likes about you. There isn't any other reason.
Yeah. If she didn't get pictures like this, she'd break up with me. What, should I sign or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Very nice.
We were talking just a minute ago. She was very interested in, I don't know, she really wanted to keep the conversation going when we were trying to start the stream. You told me earlier this morning that she said something or other was cultural appropriation. I forgot what it was. And I was like, tell her that having an Asian boyfriend is cultural appropriation. And then he did it. And well, she was being partially joking in how she responded to it, but I could sense that that actually did get under her skin, which made it even funnier. So I was pretty happy with that result. Draw a bod.
Wait, I have to miss. It's wrong.
What are you doing to it? Wait,
I have to make it say boat.
boat? Okay, whatever. Yeah, you just post it in the Discord when you're done.
Alright. I'm just fucking around now.
Alright, yeah, you do that while we're doing this. Okay, well, we brought David on mostly to help us with the Laney hour. And maybe we'll do a couple others as well, I don't know. We should have collected more before we started, but we can country boys make do, right? These
right.
faces are the worst faces that I've ever seen in my life. Are you looking at what do you see right now on my screen?
I mean, your screen isn't in the chat, but on the stream, I can see
here.
the.
Let me open this again. Here we go. Okay, now I'm streaming it to you.
Okay. Yeah, those faces are pretty weird.
The one on the far left, especially, it looks like she traced some photograph and then stuck the result onto a different shape. Like if you cover just the facial features, the chin isn't that bad, but the face doesn't fit the shape of the jaw and chin don't fit the face. It looks like there's a chin that's supposed to be there that's being cut off.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say the proportions are really, really off on this one. Like the heads are quite large, the shoulders are really wide.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first thing I noticed is that, the one in the black and the one in the green kind of have Crash Bandicoot looking bodies.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, really, really like upside
Which
down triangle shape or V shape. I
can
guess.
work if you're going for a stylized look, but she's trying to be like semi-realistic.
She's clearly trying to go for a realistic look, yeah, other than the lack of shading. But
You
yeah,
know
you
why
have
she doesn't shade, right?
why?
The reason she's not shading anything is because she's got like pieces that she assembles, to make the full thing, and if they're shaded, then things are obviously not
Yeah,
where they're supposed to be.
Yeah,
yeah.
but then you could
You
assemble it, then shade it, right? In theory.
you could, yeah, but maybe she doesn't want to. She has kind of this.
That would take
She
more
has
than
kind
5
of
minutes
this.
to do that.
She has this kind of Bratz-esque art collection where she has templates and then she like sticks pieces onto them. She sticks like clothes items on and jewelry and stuff onto them. Accessories was the word I was looking for. Yeah, they have very like V-shaped bodies, and then the heads are clearly disproportionately large. Like if you put the head on top of the torso, it's almost the same size as the torso.
Yeah.
They have no hips.
Their
No
hips
hips.
are. They have no eggs.
That's also true. She's just drawing. She probably
It's
used her
very-
own body as a reference,
Probably, yeah.
which
I
is
find a lot of these kind of modern, I don't know, fashion magazines and I don't know,
like the Victoria's Secret models.
so,
They change
I
them
don't
to be
know.
like
Well, yeah, a lot of
cat
them.
ladies and like trans people.
Yeah,
And
a lot of them. Other than maybe the one on the far right, who also has a messed up face, but we can get to that in a second. These, I don't know, they seem like, I don't know, the fashion industry wants to promote these kinds of like new age bodies with like no hips and no ass. Sometimes they
What?
have big boobs, sometimes not.
The old criticism was like, "Oh, these body types are unobtainable, so so now the new take is we'll
That's
just find
bullshit.
the weirdest freaks we can and then promote
You
them." How do
can
you like that? You can't criticize that, can you?
All a woman has to do to have the ideal body type is like do cardio. You know, like just jog and do nothing else, and she'll be fine.
Jog.
These women look like they don't exercise ever. They just like have a vegan diet or something like that.
A vegan
I
diet and
want to point out in the middle, on the right, the green one,
Yeah.
that her neck is like slid over to her
Mhm.
left shoulder a lot.
hmm.
Like it's really thick. Like
Oh, yeah, you're
her
right.
left side of her neck aligns with the side of her head, and then it goes in to almost the middle on the right side, which I'm saying her right. So, our left side, her right.
This would be another thing that supports my copy pasting accessories argument. Well, I guess we were all saying that, but if you look at the like left and right shoulder, well, our right, her left shoulder is much higher than the other one, as if she's shrugging it. But I don't think that was the intention. I think she just had that as a separate piece, and then she just cropped it onto it.
Yeah.
The body is the silhouette is 3/4, but the abs are straight on. That's
Yeah,
another one.
she has
That's
this
another-
problem a lot. We bring that up almost every time we look at her art.
Yeah, it's like almost accidental cubism, but
Yeah, it's cubism. It's my style.
it's my style, guys.
Don't think you get to say it's cubist if you're trying to go for the realism look.
That's
Also, part of what lends to all of them looking really flat is if you look at the one on the far left's collar, it goes flat there, and that kind of indicates, since it's like perfectly flat, where the eye level would be theoretically. But then you look, further down, that's also flat on her skirts. And then you see it on the one in the black, the midsection's also flat. Basically, you're gonna see the top of things if it's above not above, what am I saying? With the vanishing point, if something's above the vanishing point, you're gonna see the bottoms of it, and if it's below it, you're gonna see the tops of it. But if everything is flat, that means that's where your eye level is at. So basically, there's
This
no
is the
form.
collar of the one in the black dress you're talking
No,
about?
I'm saying all of them. Each
okay.
point where you'd see the top or bottom is just drawn as a straight line, essentially,
Mm.
making it so each of them seem really flat. because you would see the top or bottom, but that's not happening. So the collar, you'd see the circle, the roundedness of it, but instead it goes to a straight line. And then you see the same thing on the waist. So assuming eye level is their eye level, you should see the tops of all these things. Like if you decapitated them, you'd see the circle on where the collar
Yeah.
would be. Same with the
Yeah,
waist, but
you
instead it's just coming out straight lines. And that's a really rookie mistake, like something they make you stop doing in high school if you're going to pursue art.
yeah. She doesn't really have a point of view in her art, but once again, she's like copying and pasting all these pieces, sticking them
Well,
together.
if the thing is, like, if you're using real models as references, you should catch these things.
Yeah,
You
you'd
know,
think.
because
But
it's
she's just
like she.
copying and pasting stuff onto the thing the copies of the models that she's drawing. I notice also regarding the shading, there is like slight shading, but it's almost like outline shading. Like they're shading around the edges of the
Yeah.
arms and pant legs and stuff like that. But it isn't consistent with anything. Like there isn't a point of light that she's
Well, if you
shading
had
based
like a
on. Some of
halo
them are
light,
on the left and some of them are on the right.
yeah, it's like if you had a halo light around your camera, you would get lighting like that. However, you'd see details on like the hands and like that orange whatever she's wearing, which has like a lock and a golden camera and a bath bomb or something around the like. What is that? It looks like a charging cable with a bunch of stuff strapped to it. But anyway, all those like orange folds would need lots and lots of shading if you're gonna represent them.
Yeah. There's still like there's a normal shadow from the chin on the necks as if there is an overhead light, but
Yeah.
most of the places where horizontal shading should be don't have it.
Well,
It's
they
like
do
part
have
of
a
it is lit
shadow.
with the 3 light setup, and then the bodies are lit with a halo light, and then but not fully because then you'd have to put some effort into the details that you drew.
Yeah.
The shadow is facing, it's coming towards us, if you notice that at their feet.
Yeah.
So they should all be pretty much in darkness and have like a
Yeah,
back.
there should be a whole front shadow from the light behind them.
Right.
Speaking of the shadow, the one in the middle on the left, she does not have a shadow on her heel, but that's just nitpicking.
The thing that bothers me the most about her art is how the most emphasized shadow on the face is the cheekbones, which on most people isn't an extremely emphasized shadow. And
Well,
yet
the
there
reason
is
she's
no
doing that is
shadow.
because when you do makeup, that's one of the things that you emphasize.
Maybe
So she knows
she
how to
learned
do
that by
that.
doing makeup. She
Hmm.
learned art by doing makeup. But there's no shadow. There's a little tiny shadow underneath the nose, which is one of the bigger ones. Uh, Looks like some of them have one for the lower lip, but most of them, none of them have a shadow for the eye sockets, which that'd be the most pronounced shadow.
Yeah,
So
the brow.
yeah, for the brow line, yeah.
Or would under the nose be the most pronounced shadow?
Um,
It's usually the nose, depending
okay.
on how big it is. But
I suppose yeah, it pokes out farther than the concave
yeah,
one for the.
the eye
I
socket
guess they
shadow
have.
and then the shadow for the actual head shape are going to be real big too.
You have a frontal light on them that's stopping there from being a eye socket shadow, but there's somehow still a cheekbone shadow. All right, we've been on this one for a while. Let's go to the next one. I think
Jesus,
this one, let's not stay on this one very long, otherwise everyone might leave.
yeah.
It is kind of like it's kind of like a microcosm of feminism as a whole, modern feminism. She's gonna switch from green to blue. I don't know if that's an improvement, but she's at least honest. You gotta give her that.
Uh,
What's up with that nose line? It looks kind of like a dog nose.
well, her arm is, I don't know, like, there's a lot going on here.
There's a lot
Like
to
the
say
face,
about this.
like the body shows age, but the face is like perfectly flat. Like,
Yeah,
oh, look
she
at
didn't
this.
draw her wrinkles. Where's your wrinkles, Lainey?
Yeah, she should have a nasal. Like, you should show the shape of the nose, not just the very bottom, because it looks strange.
She didn't do the cheekbones in this one though, so they
But
applaud
she
her for
put a
that.
lot of effort into the cottage cheese on the belly
Yeah,
and
she
the
spent
thighs,
so much time on her
cellulite.
cellulite that she forgot about the cheekbones, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Because tonight it is showtime.
I don't know. What do you think?
Just right off the bat, obviously your head is just, superimposed onto there. If you can see the
Oh yeah,
center
and it has the
line.
same problem again because the neck has no outline. It's like she has a really thick neck too.
Yeah, and the center line from where you can see where the collarbone's little center point is
Doesn't match the chin.
doesn't align with the chin or the top of the head, so the head should be tilted at least in order to remedy that. But going even further, you can see her right collarbone doesn't even point towards her shoulder. It points upwards.
Oh gosh.
She
Yeah.
has the collarbone reversed, I think, from what she wanted initially. Because the shoulder that's
Right.
lacking further down is
She
the one
just
that
drew
has
the
the
torso
collarbone
separately
pointing up.
again.
Oh lord, oh lord.
She
And
just
just
drew that.
the subject matter is having not wanting to improve at all.
Yeah, it's kind of the liberal attitude in general. All right, let's switch off of that. It's kind of the liberal attitude in general. Just like it's all my problems are society's problems, and it's them that has to change and not me. Oh gosh, let me get this off my screen.
Society.
It's yeah. I don't like. What are your New Year's goals? Are you going to go to the gym? Actually, society needs to not
Society
want me to go to the
go to
gym.
the gym.
Society wants cis het patriarchy wants me to go to the gym. Oh wait, no, you're not what I want.
Yeah.
Because
that's
tonight it is showtime.
that's her whole shtick.
What do you guys think of AI art?
I mean, at first I sort of found it funny, but now it's like I see some because the artists will make like 50 pictures and then post them all online. It's like, okay. Yeah, it was there, and they're all the same because the way that the AI is set up is like it's going to converge on the average. So what you end up getting is a bunch of average pictures,
That's true.
which is
Pull my
odd to
thing.
me because like they all,
Oh, here, let me
well,
switch.
assuming you're doing like anime girls, they all end up having like the exact same proportions. They have similar like softness to their shading.
I'm streaming my game to you now.
Okay. It's, I don't know.
You guys can watch me fail epically at this one.
I don't really have a problem with the tool for AI generation. The issues that I've seen online that I don't like
Oh, crap, he saw me.
is they tend to just it's really great dealing with data because a lot of the times these people say, "Hey, I don't want to be part of this. Don't use my art." and then they take it in the thousands. Just every artist is like, "Oh yeah, you've opted into this automatically. I don't care."
Yeah, didn't Adobe do that?
Yeah, well, Adobe's doing that, and the AI researchers are as well. And the
Yeah, so
thing
they'll
is,
like
it's like,
scrape DeviantArt or something, and then
yeah, everything on DeviantArt, everything on ArtStation, just every platform, Twitter, whatever, what have you.
they could be set up for a lawsuit there. It's like, hey, you used my art for your training of your computer system. Hey, how come you didn't pay me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that's where it's going because the same thing happened with music, and like there's tons of protection for the artists for AI generation in music now.
Don't want to
So,
fight these guys. They're a pain in the ass.
but
Yes.
they haven't got that for visual art yet. But I'm guessing
For
that's where it's
one,
going.
music studios have a lot of money,
That's true.
and they are owned by a very few number of people.
Whoa, hey. That sounds like anti-Semitism to me.
I don't know what you're talking about. But the point is that, I mean, you do have a precedent that you could theoretically follow up with. And it would be interesting because also, a lot of these language models, GPT or whatever, used websites and the data on the website. So are they going to get in trouble for stealing a bunch of Reddit comments? I don't know. Probably not. But that's something to think about.
Yeah.
There's always been a debate about could AI ever replace artists and musicians in the future? And the current trend in with these AI art bots is making people say, "Oh, well, now it's proven that they can and will." Um,
Are companies
which,
using AI art though in their
well, the
marketing?
thing is, it can do some very specific things, and I find the one that's making these anime girls, although it's technically skilled in most cases, it feels very soulless, kind of like corporate art, like kind of like when you're looking at concept art for games like League of Legends or Overwatch. It feels very very cookie cut and soulless, which is what a computer does.
I think
So I don't think a computer can put meaning into art, and so to some degree, artists will always be safe.
I think you could. I think one application that you could do with AI art is
Not exactly sure how that
if you're
functions.
animating something, you would just animate every other
Why don't we
frame,
go
and then
for
you
it?
could have an
Let's go
AI
for it. How about that?
animate the frames in between those frames. So you'd effectively be cutting your work in half. Obviously, if you want like a very complex movement, you might just have that be fully animated by a person or a team, team of humans. But if you're just animating like I don't know, like background characters walking, maybe you would have the AI fill in some frames for you, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I could use it for some shortcuts and tools, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about AI taking over, taking all the artists' jobs because it has been really lackluster at that. If you know what I mean. Just
Yeah.
if you look at the AI model that increases the frames per second to 60 or whatever, it has no clue what it's doing and makes the weirdest looking
Smear frame. It
tween
makes
frame.
smear frames.
Yeah,
Every
exactly.
other frame's a smear frame.
Well, not even that. Most of the stuff it's being used on is like 12 frames per second, and they're jumping it up to 60, so it's like the majority of the animation is a smear frame.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it
Well,
taking over
I
anything
mean,
very meaningful in artistic culture. Oh,
computers already
oh, god damn.
are used for engineering, and it's like SolidWorks didn't take away engineers' jobs, In fact, it just helps them. Like, really, the engineers just guide the computer. So maybe it'd be something like that for artists in the future. But I mean, in a way, we have no real idea of knowing what's gonna happen, but that's what I think.
Kuranosuke Matsumoto. Ah, gosh dang it. I'm probably gonna lose.
It's got a no dachi. You're fucked, boy. That thing's made to take out horses.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
interesting.
an anti-cavalry weapon.
That could cut through 5 bodies, right?
I mean,
Like
I
in
don't
a
know.
like in a downward.
I mean, anything can if you make it fast enough.
Well, I'm saying like how they tested it. It's a 5-body sword.
I mean, his sword in particular, I don't know, but I mean, if he has money, sure. If he can afford the best weapon, then yeah. I mean, just look at that armor. You think he's broke? Hell no.
Just not do anything
How come
particularly
his
ambitious.
health came back though?
That's how most bosses in Sekiro are. You have
Yeah,
to
well-
get both of those red dots, and when you get the first one, they get their health back. Some of them even
Well,
have
he's got
3.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Warhammer. He's got 2 wounds.
Although to be fair, you the character have that as well, because you get a second chance. You get to die 1 time.
Looks like you get to die 3 times.
Wait, really? Where
Yeah,
does it indicate that?
that's what those pink circles are.
Oh, okay. Ah, damn it. There was the last one. I should have just kept it. This is my second playthrough, by the way. That's why I have good weapons.
I mean, I have no idea
what
of
else do I
knowing.
have?
What'd you do on your first playthrough? Fight the owl or
Or Lady Butterfly.
Yeah, well, Lady Butterfly is a fight that's completely optional. I'm saying for the end fights, did you fight the owl or did you join him?
I fought him. I'm usually pretty like good in video games. Like, I sort of really self-insert. Oh crap! I was distracted. I really self-insert into video games, and so I like act how I would in real life usually.
Look at the
You know what I
people
hate
who
in
used one.
like, it's just a modern media thing, but it's like, oh, this bad guy
Got
enemy
him.
killed my family and raped my wife, but I'm not gonna kill him because then I'd be just as bad as him. It's like,
I
no,
agree
bitch.
so much. I hate that. I hate like every like Batman and Superman. Every guy who does that, and it's not a very good message either. Every time Batman lets the Joker go, he goes and kills 50 to 100 more people. If he had just killed the Joker the first time, he would have saved so many people. Like, well, then the Joker wins, and then Batman gave up his moral
Well, no,
code. Who gives
what
a
should
shit?
happen is he should be put on trial and then, put down through the legal system. But
Yeah, but he keeps escaping jail because he's like this criminal genius. So
Well,
I guess after the first time, maybe he could realize that, this guy, he really needs to just kill him.
I think this was the plot for
I think the
one of the
reason,
Robins, like the Red Hood, right?
yeah, Jason died because the Joker beat him to death with a crowbar, and then he was put in the Lazarus pit, and that revived him, and he became crazy a bit.
Later.
And then he decides to kill the Joker, and Batman stops him, like, "Oh no, you have to justice."
Those guys talking.
But the reason why the Joker's constantly getting out is because the Gotham City police are just really corrupt. And not just police, the judge, the whole system is corrupt in Gotham.
If only there were something a man with tons of money could do
Exactly. I mean, there is a story in an alternate universe where that is the case, where instead of becoming Batman, he just decides to fix the legal system as Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
and it ends up, fixing Gotham.
I really have to rest. Let's see if that guy respawns. I think he probably doesn't, because he's a mini boss. Yeah, he doesn't respond. Okay. I think to get to the end of this area, though, I have to go do this thing.
Gibbity beep bop.
What was
Is
over here?
is the void swimming glitch still in this game?
Oops. Void swimming? I don't know about that.
Okay, so there's a way where you can hit the threshold for being underwater, and then you swim out of bounds, and then you can go into where it's normally air and just continue swimming.
Never mind. I don't do that. I have not tried that before. But how do you submerge?
I don't remember. Probably space? No. Shift? Control? Right click? Oh wait, you have to do that side mission thing. The one where you're in dreams and you go fight Lady Butterfly.
I have to do that first before I can do this?
Yeah, before you can void swim. They might have
Before I
just
can void swim or before I can go underwater?
before you can submerge, but submerging is part of the
Oh,
exploit.
okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out how I can progress in the game. I have to go do Lady Butterfly?
No, Lady Butterfly is completely optional for the main story.
But I have to go do the memory part.
No,
I'm
I
pretty
don't think
sure I
so.
have to.
I think you just have to get to the top of the tower.
You have to go. You have to go fight Laney Molnar.
Yes.
Actually, I
The
have
Laney
to.
ball. You have to fight the Laney ball.
I have to. have to fight Genji from Overwatch.
Yeah. Did you know Shrek was made like out of spite of Disney?
Yes, I did know that.
I
DreamWorks
love your non
inspired me.
sequitur subject changes.
Well, no, like if someone made a game that was made out of spite of like Overwatch, it'd probably be a pretty
Oh,
good game.
yeah. If
I
they
think
tried
that's
to
what
make
I'm
an
doing.
anti-Overwatch,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be great. If you did everything exactly the opposite of Overwatch, then it would be a good game.
When you get into trouble, you declare one of your characters as straight. Yeah, this gay character, he's actually straight now. How do you like that?
It was just a phase.
It's a
It's just a face. We should do that for the game. Have a
Oh my
character
God.
start out as bisexual or something. Maybe even a female character. That'd make it even better.
Yeah.
Because, that happens a lot of the time.
Did you mean
Oh,
lugs?
gotcha, boy.
They call them lugs. They say lesbian until graduated.
Hey, that's not true. That's just a right-wing conspiracy theory.
Anything I don't like is a conspiracy.
I hate those guys so much.
Yeah, these guys are awful.
Like, I'm pretty sure
Come
they've
over
killed
here.
me more than like any of the bosses.
I had the most trouble with Lady Butterfly and Ishin, I think.
Lady Butterfly's an easy boss.
No, she's fucking not. Shut up.
She really is. Okay,
Now,
just
some different people.
spam parry on her and it works.
All right. Well, I had the most trouble on her. Different people like and dislike different bosses. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I
Guess
mean,
that's the thing you can do.
you did say the Guardian Ape didn't bother you at all, but that was like the hardest boss for me.
The Guardian Ape was somewhat difficult for me. You might be mixing me up with someone else.
Probably.
That wasn't an easy boss. I don't know if I had as much trouble with it as some people. I sometimes do better on the really big and forceful ones. Because I have a little bit more... Oh, here's that guy. Okay. We're all good. That guy killed me at least one time on the first playthrough. But the smaller, more tactical ones I often have trouble with. I actually didn't have as much trouble with Gyobu, and some people say they got stuck on him for a while. I just did him yesterday, I think, and it only took me 2 tries.
Which one is Gyobu again?
The first one, the guy on the horse with that halberd that he swings around with the rope.
Ah, yeah. You know, he can just block him entirely. You don't
Really?
have to parry. Yeah.
What? Wait, you mean...
You never run out of stamina against him if you're just blocking.
What? That's a huge cheat.
Yeah, I know.
How is that allowed? Ah, gosh, get away from me. Okay, I gotta make sure that guy doesn't join the fray. Ah, crap, here comes another one.
Another 2. That's 3 you're fighting.
Do I have 3?
Mm-hmm.
I got one of them. Oh, nope, here comes another. Never mind. Well, I still have a fair amount of Estus, or whatever it's called in this game.
Just
The estrogen flask. Okay, here we go. Here's the pro tip for any Souls game. If you have too many people on you, you gotta move around. Try to split them up. Hope there aren't any more hard enemies. Oh, I have their special move as well. Did I still have a second? Yeah. See if I can get them to split up. Eventually, I gotta be out of their aggro range. Oops. I'm probably just gonna start throwing the thing at me now. Gotcha.
Very nice.
so what is he? Is he just a guy?
Who? Your character?
No, the guy you're fighting. Is he like a crow man or something?
Oh, well, they're guys, but they have this special fighting style, I guess. It's kind of cool. This game, it's obviously embellished. Like, this stuff didn't really exist, but it's all about, like, these people know these different martial arts styles. Oh. Can I reach him from here?
Go for it.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. I didn't get to show off my blood, though. And there are some guys who are huge and swing around these giant weapons and stuff. Oh, gosh dang it.
Whoa, what?
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
He's suicide.
That's probably death as well.
That's death. Yeah, if your lives are scratched out, you can't use them.
Thrust attack. Hold RB, thrust attack. I like how they still give you controller hints.
That's incredibly annoying. Actually, it's good because I just picked up this game again the other day.
Just run past him. That's what I would always do.
Just run past all of them. Let's see if he'll forget about me if I come up like here.
Oh, they won't. You have to hit the shrine at the top of the tower.
Oh, just run to the shrine?
Mm-hmm.
Here. What if I go all the way up here? Is he still mad at me? Yep, he sure is. Okay, I guess here it comes. Oh crap, now there's 2 of them. Yeah, this is a hard part. If I get past this, though, then I have to do Genichiro. We all know I'm not going to do Genichiro on stream and win. I think he's a 3-phase boss as well. Anyway.
We should all get For Honor. I'm serious, and we should just play it on stream.
He's been telling me about. How long ago did you first tell me about For Honor? It must have been 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 years ago. I haven't been like constantly telling you. I'm just.
No, you tell me once every year, so.
Yeah, exactly. Like once a year.
Damn it. Gosh.
Well, you know, those Souls-like games. I mean, they're all kind of the same in a way, but like the formula, they do the formula well.
Yeah.
And it's different from like other things that we get in games.
No reason to stop now. They could just keep making sequels to Dark Souls like Final Fantasy and FIFA and stuff does. It'd just keep going forever. They decided to conclude Dark Souls, and then they made Elden Ring, which is basically the same as Dark Souls except open source, and you can vertically jump, or open world. Sorry,
open source game.
Open source Dark Souls. Sekiro is cool though because it has a different mechanic. You don't have a shield, and you don't really get a different weapon. Oh. Ah, damn it, I had him. Okay, never mind, we're all good.
Had him anyway.
Got him anyway. Ah, frickin' bazonks my clunkers that I have to do this whole part again.
Just think of the money.
Just think of all the money I'm gonna make.
Saul Goodman believes in you.
Thanks, Saul.
Your Honor, how could it be a hate crime when my client loved doing it?
They call me a shadow, but they're role-playing as crows. These guys are furries, if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, though, if I had died right there, I would have been so mad.
Eight.
Do you have the firecracker prosthetic? Because I'm pretty sure that works really well on them.
Okay.
I might be mistaking them for something else, though.
We will see. I think it makes everyone kind of shy away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it staggers them a little bit. Oh, who sees me? The game encourages you to be sneaky. Sneak around and assassinate people. Except if you're sneaking as part of the approach to a boss battle and you have to do it 20 times in a row, then it becomes a huge pain in the ass. Okay, I'm gonna get him. We're all good. I forgot if you can do it from the edge. I'm gonna see if you can. Yeah, you can.
Nice. Edge takedowns. Very cool.
I think there's another one right here.
Yes. Murder.
Yes. Yeah, that's the ideal.
Get this guy. I think that guy's gonna spot you.
Yeah, that's okay though. Now I can show off my special blade. Yeah, you try to. Oh. Haven't even used any estrogen yet.
So.
I can hit you from around the edge.
You're familiar with Keffels, right?
Yeah.
And how
Speaking of estrogen.
he was making estrogen in his bathtub and then giving it to his Discord kittens. So kittens. someone came up with the term Troonshine for it. Which I don't know, I love that. That's perfect.
That's pretty good. I have heard several people saying that lately, actually, not in our group.
I don't know. That's the perfect term for it too.
Okay, let me have a backup plan before I jump in. Okay, if he's almost at me, I'm gonna. Where are you?
Hit him with the firecrackers if he comes at you.
Oh, that got him.
Yeah.
Thanks. That worked perfect. Ah!
Oh, what? Oh, there's another one.
This fucking kite guy right behind me. Gosh dang it.
It's okay, because you're not dead. That was your first
Yeah, that
death.
was my first one, so it's okay. The game would be much harder without that mechanic. Although, oh, okay, it's fine. Where's the other one? Oh, that's right, he killed himself.
He suicide bombed. He jihadied you.
Allah wills it.
Inshallah,
We
they
got
will
through
be
it.
beaten.
Inshallah, I will kill the shinobi scum. I don't remember if I... Yeah, I did. Okay. I probably won't get to Genichiro during the stream. In fact, we can switch soon if you want. Oops.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever died to these samurai guys.
Really? I found them hard at first. I was just cheating there. I was just cheesing him. Oh, crap. I don't remember. This is my first time encountering him in this playthrough, though, and I haven't played this game for a long time, so it'll take me a second to learn their moveset. I haven't burned through a whole lot of his health yet, either.
What you gotta do is you gotta wait for his thrust.
Yeah,
so.
I will probably get him when he thrusts next.
Mhm.
On his next thrust, it'll be the end.
That's right.
Not quite. There we go. Ah, no, there's all these dudes. There's too many of them. What are we going to do? There is a certain tactic to it, though, if I remember right.
Do those guys worry about, like, ninja stars? The
I
projectiles,
don't
whatever
know.
they are in this game again.
Sorry, Grandma. I regret it, but you're going to ring that bell, and I don't want you to. Please don't turn around. Gotcha.
That's a cool effect.
The big
That's-
blade.
That's how I get... Oh, damn, he saw me.
What's he gonna do about it?
I think that lady doesn't ring a bell, so she's... Oh, crap. Oh, now oh, crap. Okay, I'm outmatched now.
Firecrackers them.
I think there's a thing here. Okay, here we go. Goodbye. There's a boss right here as well, I think. A mini boss. Call it good
Yeah.
after this. And I think I recall there being...
Jinsuke Sazi.
There's a trick to this guy. You think he's hard until you learn his trick. He only does that over and over. And you just have to block it. You don't even really have to hit him. You can hit him a little bit, but you mostly just have to block his thing. Just click. 2 fast clicks, one right after each other. Took me a long time. This guy took me a lot of tries when I first fought him. See, there you go. One try. One trick pony. There's another guy back here, if I remember right. No? Maybe I'm thinking of the second time when you come back later.
I think there's another kite guy who suicide bombs you on the outside.
Really?
I think so. I could be wrong, though.
Let's have a look. Where is the kite guy? Wait,
No.
isn't that him right there? Oh, is that... I think he's supposed to be on the other side. I could do... Should I give Genichiro one try?
Yeah,
Yes.
give him one try.
Alright, we'll do one try on Genichiro, and I am not allowed to do a second one. And if I do a second one, then Jeff can fly back here and punch me.
Okay. You only get one try at Genichiro.
Oh, you know what? Before I do that, where's my window? I don't want to do him with any less than all of my stuff. Where's my window, damn it? Where's the kite guy?
Yeah, I don't think there's a kite guy.
Oh, here it is.
I think I was just
Well,
mistaken.
he's there, but he's targeting the lower roof. If I'm on the upper roof, then he doesn't see me. He's fixed. He's got his eyes focused specifically on the lower roof. He sits there all day doing nothing but that. All right, here we go. I'll skip it. Don't need to watch that whole thing.
Genichiro.
Oh, Genichiro.
I think I figured out what your problem is. You need to be spamming attacks. He only slashes if you get yours in. So if you get close to him and then you just start going, it's pretty easy to parry at him. Because if he pulls out his sword, then not
He
sword,
waits
bow.
longer than most people do. I tend to be very defensive in these kinds of games. It's sometimes is good, but sometimes it works against me. Sometimes this isn't one of the bosses where running around helps you a whole lot.
Well, it's because he's just gonna spam arrows at you.
Yeah. Oh. What's the counter for that move? I forgot.
I think you just roll away.
Shit. I think you just have to dodge it. Uh-oh, now he knows. I accidentally lost my first life too early. I have to be on top of it with the thing now.
Yeah, this is one of the bosses you have to do stamina damage to. Alright, now be careful about blocking, because you're out of stam.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not anymore, but...
Oh, wait. That's not what I really wanted. Damn it.
Do you have the ability to jump on their head when they do that?
Oh, yeah, I could jump on his head. Does it do anything, though? Oh, wait.
That's just massive stamina damage.
Do I just jump on his head, or do I attack him?
You jump, and then you jump again. And then that'll cause you to jump on his head when you see him do the spin attack.
What was the intended counter for that?
Not guarding. That's a guard break.
Might get through one of his phases. I was lucky I got out of that. Ooh! I'll give you one.
Yeah, I remember I rushed here and I was like super underleveled for this.
Oh.
So he ended up one-shotting me with every attack.
But
I ended up beating
Oh.
him. Oh, you almost got him.
Gotcha. Might give me a extra life as well.
Yeah. You got your life back. You can die again.
Oh, cool.
Thrust.
Be pretty hard if I won this thing, huh? Ah, I'm too slow. I knew that move, but I didn't think about it fast enough.
Yeah, so if his stamina bar ever starts going down, he's in a mode where he's recovering his stamina, and you can just start wailing on him until he changes it.
Okay. Ooh, I thought I was gonna get out of that one.
You have a lot of healing.
Yeah, it's completely full.
Nice.
I'm not sure I can even upgrade it anymore in the second playthrough. Oh, here it comes with his big one. Oh, I should have done it. I haven't really gotten in the habit of doing the head jump things. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
That was the opportunity.
He does a different one. No, I thought he was coming for the stab. I forgot that he changed it. I'm not watching for it. Oh, okay, I don't know.
Run up to him and parry right in his face.
Oh, here it comes with that. I'm out of the stuff.
You got one more, you just gotta kill him again.
Need more rune shine.
Oh, that almost took me. Crap.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that wasn't terrible for a first try.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Let me leave the thing. Okay, there we go. All right, you're up. You're up, Jeff. Unless David wants to do something.
Nah, I don't have anything interesting.
Yeah,
Nice
I like this game. I suddenly started getting into it again recently.
I'm going to sing Charlotte by Charlotte. That's where my name comes from on Discord.
There it goes.
Charlotte.
Charlotte by Charlotte. Did Charlotte make a song called Charlotte? Okay, it's on you now.
All right. So
Anyway.
here, these names are wrong. Okay. See, now I won't be sad when they die.
You know what I
Why?
like to do?
What's the significance of that name?
I don't know.
I like
There is
in
no
Oxygen Not Included to re-roll until I get a team that's only destructive as their stress modifier. Their stress reaction destructive only.
That's okay. I don't know what I got. I just rolled until I don't know. I felt like not rolling.
Whatever Allah wills that you got.
I think
Exactly.
Can't go against the will of Allah. Allah. Of Allah.
I think
It's been so
your
long since I played this.
I think Devin is a binge eater. Camilla or Camille E is a vomiter, and Nisbet is a destructive as their stress reaction.
That's good. Like that. Just keep digging. That's what you gotta do. They always depict dwarves as digging, but I think I haven't seen any dwarves dig as much as I've seen normal height people dig.
Well,
What the deal?
didn't really-
Mainline food.
While I was playing that, we didn't talk about any political stuff.
Yep.
The main thing this week, of course, was the House Speaker vote. I think they set a new record on number of ballots they had to do for it because the Republicans don't like him, and they shouldn't because he's a rhino. And he kept not getting enough votes. And I think they did a total of 15 votes.
Yeah, but what did
for
they?
like 4 days.
What did they get from him in exchange for their votes?
He had to make a few concessions on various things. I don't know a whole lot of the science of the House of Reps, but he gave them. He
I
made
know
one.
Dan Crenshaw was like, "Ooh, if you don't vote for him, you're a terrorist." It's like, fuck
Dan
off,
Crenshaw's
dude.
pretty whatever.
You should,
I don't really like him.
You should save the spot next to your printing pod for the research stations, because
Why?
there's 5% speed boost if they're in light to
Ah,
research.
Are you an expert on like every video game under the sun? I don't know if there's any game that I know more about than you do.
You know more about Dark Souls
Dark Souls?
and Sekiro, I'm pretty sure.
Well, he kept telling me stuff about Sekiro that I didn't know.
That's because I have what's called a photographic memory.
Really?
It's really bad, but it's still photographic.
My memory is weird. I remember some things in excruciating detail, and some things just completely leave my mind, and it's pretty random. I don't have a whole lot of control over it. Anyway, yeah, Dan Crenshaw's whatever. He's kind of a neocon. He's a war hawk. He's obviously I agree with him about
Ukraine
some
money
things.
guy, or you're a terrorist.
Yeah, give Ukraine money. Oh no, they're pulling out of Afghanistan now. The terrorists are going to win. Yeah.
Well, he supported red flag laws, so it shouldn't be surprising that he's a neocon. But
Another controlled opposition,
But hey,
perhaps.
Tim Pool liked him for a little bit.
Yeah, Tim
I
Pool.
think I like that he has military experience. Yeah,
I
like
agree.
military experience.
I agree
let
with
you be a
everything.
good political leader.
I agree with everything Tim Pool says.
Exactly.
Actually, let me
Tim
come
Pool
back to
totally
that.
isn't a plant.
Let's come back to him later. There was something else I wanted to talk about that I was thinking about this week. So he made some concessions. I think one of them was that it only takes one person to challenge his position as House of Reps and bring it into question, whereas it normally takes five, or at least that was the previous thing that they started at some point. I think it was in the last administration, and he has less power over organizing subcommittees in the House. So it's some stuff like that. So then his power is decreased, and so I guess eventually he made enough of these kinds of concessions that the holdouts like Matt Gaetz eventually voted for him. Actually, I don't know if he ever did. At one point, he wrote in Trump, so to speak, for the vote. He said when they called on him, he says, "I vote for Donald John Trump." That was pretty funny. That's allowed, I guess. If enough people said his name, then he would become the speaker, and then they could just impeach Biden and Kamala Harris, and then he would be the president. Yay! That's probably not going to happen, but
Bit sad, isn't it?
yeah, Matt Gaetz, I think, didn't ever vote for him. He just like passed on his vote, even on like the 14th and maybe even the last round of votes when he finally got it. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Hopefully that sends a message to more like uniparty rhino Republicans in the government. We have a pandemic of weak Republicans, and we need to fix it. And it's actually a dangerous pandemic. We need a vaccine, as it were.
What's the vaccine? Is it
Vaccine.
762 by 39?
Wait, say that again.
Is it 762 by 39?
762 by 39.
Or maybe it's 556 by 45. Or 55, sorry.
Are those dimensions of wooden planks?
Nope.
I don't know what you're saying. But if you were talking about wooden planks or a structure that might be constructed from them, then I might agree that would be an appropriate vaccine.
Yeah, it's sort of like a structure. It's like a one-use structure, though. That requires a certain item in order to use.
Okay, never mind. Let's talk about it later. Not on Discord, so we don't get arrested.
I'm talking about Minecraft, obviously. Nothing else.
Talk about yeah, Minecraft. Anyway,
I play Minecraft every day. That's very wrong.
oh wow, thank you. Is there a big? He sent me a gift just now. Is there?
No.
Is there a discount on it?
No, it's just $15 right now because it's gone down in price for being out for half a decade and not Japanese.
Well, yeah, that's true. Japs never do that. Those old nips never do that.
Let's see, I'll get one for Jeff too. That way we can all...
thank you. I'll play it since you got it for me. Although I need a new hard drive. I'm almost out of space on this one. I have to uninstall games every time I install a big game.
Yeah, what's with that?
How big is it?
I think 80 gigabytes.
Okay, yeah, I definitely have to remove something else. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say about that, though. I'm glad that some Republicans in the government have a spine. Anyway, back to Tim Pool. Tim Pool likes it, so I like it too. Let's talk about conservative uh, internet personalities. Um, I was thinking a bit this week about um, Jordan Peterson, and also there's this guy named, or he's called Hamza. Hamza, I don't know. Um,
Mm.
he's like, he talks about self improvement, like talking to girls and improving your mental health and stuff like that. And um, I started watching him a couple months ago, I think, and uh, I thought some of his videos were cool. He's one of those guys. He's a little bit Andrew Tate esque in the sense of like being very red pilled about women to maybe the extent of black pilled. Although I'm starting to see less and less of an issue with that mentality as time goes on, to be totally real with you. But anyway, I thought he was pretty cool. Some of the stuff is kind of weird. Like he wears this kind of expensive looking Jesus hood in all of his videos, and he talks about like Adonis, this Greek character, and like being the ideal man, and like how his channel is a self improvement cult. Um,
Oh boy.
at first I was kind of like, oh, whatever, it's just like his gimmick, right? But as time went on, he started leaning more and more into that, and it got to the point where he's like talking about how he's spreading like the word of Adonis, like the gospel of Adonis, and it becomes clear that he's referring to himself as Adonis, which that's this Greek character who is like the this. I don't think he was a god. I think he was a baby who was just very beautiful, and then several of the female gods were fighting over him. He's just like an extremely beautiful man, and all of the female gods wanted him and were fighting over him. Um,
Hmm.
so he's not even really a Chad-esque character. In fact, I think he was like bisexual. I think he was with Apollo as well. Um, so he's just very beautiful. Anyway, so he talks about this Adonis persona and how it's like the ideal man, and it becomes clear that he's referring to himself, and he's spreading his own gospel, and he thinks of his viewers as members of his cult. And so I'm done with him now. Some of his videos are cool, but he's clearly gone off the rails. Um, and this is a big problem with a lot of internet personalities, is uh, becoming a narcissist, basically. Be like thinking that you're more than what you are, is you're not. If you're a celebrity, you're really not, you know, I don't know, special, I guess. You manage to get a lot of people to pay attention to you, but you're still just kind of a regular person. And I think that most of them don't believe that. I think they start thinking that they're sort of a demigod esque kind of existence. Um, and another person who really has that problem is Jordan Peterson. And I've noticed this. Maybe it's just because I watch them, but I've noticed this especially among right wing political characters on the internet. Is they start thinking of themselves as, in Jordan Peterson's case, he thinks he's like this intellectual Superman kind of guy. I saw a screen cap of Twitter where he was talking about someone else and accusing them of being a narcissist, and someone replied with a link to his website where he's selling like those head statues of himself, like those ones you see in cartoons. I don't even know if I've seen one in real life before. Like when someone has like a head statue of like, I don't know, what do you even make them of? Like marks or and stuff like that. And I think they're called busts. And he sells those. You can go on his website and buy a Jordan Peterson head statue. He's had that problem for a while. He takes these dramatic pictures of himself and with like his quotes next to him. Uh,
Okay, so I looked it up. Adonis is in Greek mythology just a mortal guy who was a lover to Aphrodite, which, by the way, isn't that impressive. She's kind of a whore. And he died on a hunting trip because a boar killed him.
yeah.
And
So he was a mortal man, and he wasn't even particularly great at fighting. Obviously, if a regular ass boar
he
killed
was
him.
very beautiful, is how he was described, though.
Yeah.
And basically, Persephone, the goddess of death, like the actual death, Hades is just some guy who keeps track of all that. But Persephone really likes killing people. No, it's not like that. She's just kind of crazy. But
I'd forgotten
anyway,
that or didn't know it.
she pleads with him, but Persephone doesn't want to let him go back to the mortal realm, as she wouldn't.
Okay. Wait, does
And
she love him as well, Persephone?
yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. That's kind of what it's
Yeah, I
hinting at.
recalled there were some like Aphrodite and Persephone were fighting over him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much the story.
Yeah. So that's Hamza's ideal man right there. A guy who's just beautiful and basically nothing else.
A
Which
Discord
isn't
kitten.
it's not a terrible thing to be. You know though, people probably girls have this problem more. If you are born with a pretty face, you didn't really achieve anything. So if that's the central aspect of your character, you're probably not a very interesting person.
Yeah, I
You
should mention that
I'm handsome Tim.
Aphrodite was married to like an ugly bastard.
That's right. Are there hentai about Aphrodite and what's his name? The
Uh,
um,
the guy who makes the lightning
guy
spears.
who makes the shit. Hephaestus?
Hephaestus, something like that. Um,
Yeah, I remember that story. Yeah, she all of the male gods want to marry her when she's created, and she chooses him basically because he is busy all the time, so she can go cheat on him as much as she wants.
well, he made her shit that she liked.
Okay.
She likes things. That's what you can take away from it.
The Greeks knew their shit. They knew how it was.
You're not allowed
uh,
to say that.
hey, you can't say that. Anyway,
Accepting the truth.
so
That's unacceptable.
and it's them. It's a lot of them. I think the same thing about like Tim Pool and who else? Ben Shapiro.
Ben
Um,
Sharp Hero.
Sharp Hero. And Shakiro. Sekiro. Shekudu.
Oh.
Goy-kun. Give me Shekudu.
In
Jesus
Oxygen
Christ.
Not Included, did they ever patch out the exploit where your characters didn't technically need to breathe if they had the mask on?
What mask?
So you could put them in an Atmos suit or the little oxygen mask, and your characters technically wouldn't need to breathe. Like, they wouldn't consume oxygen. Like, you'd drain out the oxygen from the Atmos suit or the mask,
Mhm.
and they would, so long as there was oxygen nearby, they could go to that and then breathe really heavily once they ran out of oxygen. once they stopped having the ability to hold their breath, and it wouldn't actually consume any of the oxygen. It would refill their oxygen meter, though, despite that.
Hmm. I don't know. I haven't played this game in a while, actually, so I don't know. But
David, next
that
time you're
sounds
on,
pretty good.
next time you're on with us, we should go through like assigned mail and Blobby and Friends and
Yeah.
some of those ones. There are a whole bunch of really good cringe artists on the internet who we've got to make fun of.
Yeah. I mean, there's some artists that, like, I was thinking maybe I should bring up, but, like, it would just feel petty, you know?
Okay. Well, if it's
Like,
bad
if they.
enough that it's entertaining to make fun of them, or if they're like if their message is really stupid, like most of those ones are. Actually,
Yeah.
all of those ones. Laney and all the ones I mentioned are like these
Yeah, it's like
liberal,
people like that, I
stupid
don't really
people.
care. But, like, the idea is like, oh, we could show people these artists who don't improve after like 6 years. But it's like, no, it's just petty.
Well, I do feel like both visual artists and other kinds of artists, like authors and musicians, um, kind of like carve out their niche, and like they kind of work themselves into a corner where they keep doing the same thing over and over and it works and they don't ever change it. Like the first thing I noticed about Lainey before I even noticed that she probably copies and pastes a whole lot of her art is that she has a very specific process for drawing a person that she probably doesn't ever deviate from. Which I
Yeah.
guess if you have a process that's good enough that it applies to enough scenarios, then I guess that's fine. But it seems like she's backed herself into a corner where she pretty much always draws people in the same kind of pose in from the same angle almost all the time
Yeah,
because
but
that's
that's
the only
also a
thing she can
problem. Is
do.
if you do it the same way every time, you're not gonna improve. Because I mean,
Yeah,
that's how you learn. It's not by doing the same method over and over. It's
I'm a big
by
believer.
frustrating yourself and forcing
Yeah.
your brain to learn something new.
Yeah. One of
Yeah,
my
I agree
professors.
with Jeff completely there. Because, like, if you don't push yourself to learn something new, you just won't. Like, perfecting a method, like, oh, I can draw the nose this way, that takes two drawings. One where you mess it up, and then the second one where you get it right.
Maybe in some cases more than two, but yeah, I see your point. Um, I do agree. I I guess I was just saying like in some cases maybe some comic artists who have been doing it for 20 years probably have a particular method they follow and it works for what they're
No,
doing.
no, I watched a video about Jim Lee, and he pretty much said just outright, yeah, after like a month, I don't even recognize my own artwork. It's so different. But it's like you look at it and it's like it looks the same, but it's like he's learned so much that you don't even see the difference, but he does, you know?
Huh.
And that
Interesting.
typically is how it is for like really high-end people.
All right, I eat crow then. That's probably. I mean, that's. I think that about all forms of art. Like my main thing is guitar, and I'm always trying to do new things that I'm not good at, or try different styles that I'm not familiar with. And there's kind of a science to that, or like there's kind of this phenomena that if you learn something new, even if it's only tangentially related, like I was going to say, one of my professors was talking about like how a lot of times for a lot of degrees people have to take some math, and they always bitch and moan about it, like, oh, when am I going to use this in the real world? And he was
Right.
saying, well, even if you don't like specifically use like, I don't know, integrating a function in your future job, when you learned that, your brain learned a new process of thinking that is going to apply in different ways. It changes the way you think and the way you approach a problem, and that may change the way you approach some other problem that's unrelated to math in the future. It might give you an idea that you wouldn't have otherwise thought of.
It's
So,
true. Plus,
whatever your art form is, you've always got to be trying to discover new ground, I suppose.
yeah, and you forget a lot of things too. They say it's like roughly 10% of what you know you forget once you get out of school. And so it's like you might as well know as much as you can, so that 10% is the stuff you don't care about, you know?
You remember or you forget 10% or
You
you
forget
remember
about
10%?
10%.
Oh, I think I remember about 10%. A
I
lot of times I just study, I just cram right before tests, and then like 2 weeks later I wouldn't be able to answer any of the questions.
feel like that's how linear systems was for me, or not linear systems, like control systems, because it's like it was just all over the place. Like half of it was creating mathematical models of real life objects. So like even just creating the correct model was a challenge in of itself, and then doing the algebra was another challenge, and then creating a digital, or they call them like PLC controllers, but
Yeah. I mean, so there are some things like you learn once and then you forget it and you'll probably never really need it again, even if, you gained the other side effects that I was talking about. But if you ever do need it again, it's a lot easier to relearn something a second time. Like I hadn't touched Sekiro for about 2 years prior to this week, and I saw one of my friends playing it, and then I was like, oh, I should. I started that second playthrough and never continued it, but it only took an hour or two before I could do it fairly decently again. I think that's the case with a lot of things. If you get fairly good at something once, then it's a lot easier to recall that skill later, even if it's a while later.
Saul Goodman. Mhm. Da, 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 da. Maybe they're all lying to us,
Who?
and all of that schooling was a trick, and you don't need to go to school.
That's what some people tell me. Usually it's people who never went to school themselves. I don't know why
Yeah,
that would be the case. You would think they would go to school first and then form an objective opinion about it. But
it's
for
like
some
how
reason,
when I was learning to be an engineer, they were telling me that being a tradesman is better than being an engineer, and these were tradesmen telling me this.
yeah, that's so weird. I wonder why they would think that. I wonder how they came to that conclusion.
I mean, being a tradesman is pretty based, but
Though,
the work sucks so bad that like people would get off work and then immediately down a bottle of liquor. So I don't know if it's like super awesome.
that's kind of true for anything that has any political or social side to it. You can pretty much always expect to be propagandized by the established system. Anything that you wouldn't trust reading about on Wikipedia. Like, Wikipedia is fine for anything that's fairly objective, like math or computers, other than like stuff like how much does the NSA spy on you through your operating system. But like, if
Right.
you're looking up if you're looking up how to do Dijkstra's algorithm, Wikipedia will probably have a perfectly fine uh, page on it. Um, And anything that's remotely political or socially charged, any kind of hot button topic, you can pretty much always expect college as well to give you the like globalist brainwashing take on it.
The safe answer.
Yeah. Well, the not necessarily the safe answer, even like the you know the
The f-
the new world order answer. The
oh, I see.
what's a nice word to call it? The propaganda answer. You know, people go into school and study like philosophy or something, and they come out of it with all these the philosophy is by its Greek roots is supposed to be the study of love, the study of feelings. Ideally, you would study philosophy and know a whole lot about how to be a really great person, and yet the people who are experts on philosophy all seem to be the worst people. I wonder why that is.
Kind of like how John Lemon kept singing about peace and promoting socialism, communism, whatever the fuck it was. But then he screams so loud in his son's ear that he gives him permanent hearing loss. And
Did
he
you
beats
say
his
John
wife.
Lemon?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, you meant John Lennon. I don't know if you said lemon. I kept
I did on purpose.
okay. I heard what's his name? That guy from like CNN or something. Is it Don Lemon?
Don Lemon.
Okay, I thought you meant Don Lemon. I was like,
The
wait, wasn't
Lemon
that
Man.
John Lennon who did that? Yeah, he's a perfect example. Very, very, very preachy. Does all of these songs about world peace, etc. And yeah, he is like the worst father and husband imaginable. This is the case a lot of the time. You hear about shit that whatever your ethics or philosophy professor. I don't know if it was at our school or it might have been somebody else telling me that like one of their ethics professors like raped a student.
Really?
Was it at our school? I can't remember. But I was like, well, that's right up their alley because they're these kinds of people. They're
Well, they like to
materialists.
twist ideas, yeah. So
Yeah,
obviously they can justify it to themselves.
they all they seem to all they seem to be good at doing is picking apart things that aren't really meant to be picked apart and questioning things that should be intuitive. And like you ask basic questions like, is murder bad? And they're like, well, let's explore that. What's the social, what's the economic, I don't know.
Economic
What's their social standing among their peers like? What's their social credit score?
social credit.
Well, it's a topic similar to that came up one time when I was in that ethics class, talking about how modern or future automated cars will sometimes have a dilemma where they're about to get in a crash. This is be a trace case, 1 in 1 billion. I don't even know if it would ever happen, but it's like if they're about to get in a crash and it's unavoidable, and they have to steer themselves in a way where they can either save one person or the other, and one of them will definitely die. They have to like look at these people and decide which one's life is more valuable. So how do you objectify the value of a human life? And he was saying, well,
it should always pick the person on the left.
I think that's the only ethical thing you can say is just a random number.
Well, no, because if it's in the United States, at least, because if you go right, you're more likely to hit more people.
That's a good point. Well, say this is an isolated case.
Yeah, if you're out in the middle of
hypothetically,
the desert, and
we're hypothetically deciding between one person and another, which is probably not even ever going to happen.
Yeah, so it's philosophy, masturbation.
Philosophy is based around scenarios that can never happen, like functional socialism, for example.
Yeah.
So he was saying, well, you can look at you can look at how many like friends they have on Facebook or some shit like
What?
that. Like how many friends do they like? What's their social life? Like how many how what's the I don't remember what phrase he used. He basically said that though. He was like, how many friends do they have? How much family do they have?
Why would that
And
matter?
I don't know. I guess your life is more valuable if lots of people consider you to be valuable. But I was like, that's I guess the argument he's making. That's not what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
I challenged him on that and said like, wait, is he like that's quite a because he said that somewhat passingly, and I was like, that's quite a statement to make. You're saying that you can objectively value a human life based on that metric. And he was like, well, how else are we going to do it? Because he is very secular. I think he came from a religious family and became anti-religious, so he was not going to have any like the man is created in God's image and all human souls have equal value. Although you'd think that would be the liberal take, is that everybody has equal value.
Nah,
But
they like their lists that look like a fascism kill list.
yeah, yeah,
Wait, what?
the scary no, I think I understand what you're saying. The scary thing about this is they'll get from this point at some point in the future to saying like if you have a bad social credit score, such as if you have bad moral opinions or bad political opinions, you voted for the wrong people, then your life is worth less value. And even some of them say there's people are enacting cultural violence, and so it's okay to use physical violence against them. They make
Right.
all these fancy philosophical
Yeah,
arguments.
that's the like the biggest twist, I think, is like calling being offended violence.
Yeah, the end game that they get to eventually with this is that it's okay to commit atrocities if it's for the right reason, which basically you can slant that to anything. Like that's the logic that Soviet Russia had, that Joseph Stalin had. That, oh well, it's for the cause, it's for the greater good, so it doesn't matter what horrible things we do. So the end game is kind of if you're a bad guy, if you're one of the bad guys, then we can do anything we want and it's moral. We can kill you, we can rape you, and we're the good guys and you're the bad guy. So yeah, don't mess around. Well, philosophy is okay, but you have to have that on top of an already established moral system. And I personally would recommend Christianity, but if you find one that is equal in efficiency, then go
You
ahead and
can
do
make
that
it
as
your
well.
own.
I mean, East Asia seems to do pretty well. I
Yeah,
guess
but they don't
they have a
value
system.
life the same way.
I guess yeah, they have some things that do better because they're very communal, or what's the word for it, collectivist. So that solves a lot of problems that we have in Western countries, but it creates some problems as well. Like in China, you have like you can people get killed at their work constantly, and they don't really care. The company doesn't care, and the government doesn't care.
China strong.
Yeah.
China #1. You should
There are a lot
prioritize
of
building that ladder in the water.
What?
I said you should prioritize building that ladder in the water,
Yeah.
just in case someone falls to their death.
there are a lot of pro China shills on 4chan. It's kind of funny because they don't really have the same motive as the usual like CIA posters and stuff. Like they just try to promote China. I don't even mind them that much because they're so bad at it, and it's kind of like, who cares?
Yeah.
The only real worry that Americans, I mean, they're doing a bunch of terrible things. Like everyone should be conscious about what's going on in Hong Kong and stuff like that. Um, but the main concern for Americans regarding China is just stuff like TikTok, I guess.
Well, I mean, there's some other things I'd be concerned about. Like, they are fishing to a degree where, like, they're making some fish go extinct on a global scale.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, China, despite being communist in presentation, is kind of a hyper capitalist state. It's kind of like state enforced capitalism, where kind of, well, I mean, very similar, not unlike the U.S. The government and the richest people just scratch each other's backs, but China can get away with it on a different scale than they currently can get away with it in the U.S.
Yeah.
We need to build a wall around China to keep the Huns out. We need to tell them they have to go back. You have to go back.
I don't know. I was told you should build bridges, not walls.
Good. Good walls make good neighbors.
That's right. I mean, that wall didn't even work, though, right?
It
The
wasn't
Robert Frost one?
No, the Great Wall of China.
Oh, the Great Wall of China. I mean, maybe it would have been. Maybe it was better than if there hadn't been a wall.
That's true. I do like a good structure,
Wall.
especially a defendable structure.
It is a good structure.
It's not really, but like the bottom has corpses in it because they were working so hard on it.
Yeah, yeah. China's always kind of been singing the same song. Die for the sake of the state.
Well, some
You died an
people were just
honorable death.
executed by being put in the wall. Like, it wasn't all they worked themselves so hard. Some people were deliberately killed that way.
Mm.
Oh, what was the guy's name? I wanted to quote Edgar Allan Poe and sound smart, but I can't remember the dude's name. You know what I'm talking about? The guy traps the other guy in a wall and puts a wall in front of him.
Yeah, the Nevermore comic. Oh, I thought he was in the
That's
floorboards though.
oh no, you actually just thought of three different ones. Nevermore is the Raven. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. And the floorboards one is the Telltale Heart. But this is a different one. There's a guy who wants revenge on this other guy, and he gets him drunk, and they go down into like these catacombs together, and he shackles him to a wall, and then builds a wall in front of him so that no one will know that he's there, and he'll just sit there and suffocate, presumably, or starve, or probably die of dehydration. But it's messed up because he's sitting there building a wall while the guy's there like screaming bloody murder at him. But it takes a little while to do that, even if it's only a small one. He's probably there for several hours with the guy like screaming at him, telling him to let him go. Yeah, he wasn't a happy dude, Edgar Allan Poe. He had a lot of shit happen in his life. He had shit going on in his life.
Pretty based, if you ask me.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew is here. Cask of Amontillado. Yeah. That is a based way to kill somebody. I think it was over a stupid reason though, like he defended him somehow. But that would be a good execution technique for certain certain people who might really deserve it in Minecraft.
Oh
It would
yeah,
I think it would be cool.
entombment.
I think it would be cool if your admin in Minecraft was really bad to build a bunch of to trap him somewhere and build blocks in front of him until he couldn't get out. Maybe that would be a good thing to do after the people commandeer the Minecraft server.
Commandeer the Minecraft server.
Delete this.
Well, we can stop soon, maybe. We're a little past 2
Perhaps.
hours.
All right.
That's an interesting game, though. It's a little bit like Terraria. I only played Terraria like 2 times, though, so I don't really know what I'm talking about.
I think I think this game is actually modeled after Dwarf Fortress.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's less things that'll just kill you out of nowhere, though. Which, I don't know. It feels
That
very
could've-
unlike Clay, to be honest.
Know what game I have to find? There's this puzzle game that people played back when I was in like elementary school, maybe middle school, where you control all of these miners and they dig in certain areas and you try to get through the wall and there are certain obstacles in the wall and various stuff that you can find. They kind of make a line kind of like an anthill through the dirt and you command them to dig in certain places. It's this old Flash game.
Hmm. I love that, like the creativity back then.
Yeah,
And
the
they
internet was more
just
fun
make
20
random
years ago
stuff.
for sure. Nowadays it's very soulless. That's
Very-
usually how it goes. The more money and attention and politics are involved.
Very corporate.
Yeah. Well, more normies get involved first of all, and normies are stupid and not funny, and don't have very many don't have much skin in the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Something's the
anyone
best.
who's used TikTok can tell you that because they do the same thing. It's like, haha, look, I'm doing a little dance, and it's the
Yeah.
same dance, and it's the same music. It's like I saw someone else do it, and now I'm gonna do it. It's like,
Yeah. The
like,
golden age, the golden age of any website or game or any kind of group is when there's a small group of people involved who are like huge nerds over it. Kind of the same thing with the anime community. Well, it's the same thing for everything. As
Yeah, I'd say comics, you could probably see that the most. It's become very normie. And
yeah,
like back in the day, it was like this huge nerd hobby that like you'd
that's
get
right. Yeah,
bullied over. But like the
and
comics were amazing because they had actually good writers, really good artists, people who cared about the quality of their work, even if they were making no money off of it.
yeah, yeah. And if you see like movies that were made in the 80s or 90s, if there's like a nerdy loser character, it shows him reading superhero comics. It was a nerd thing to do, and that
Yeah,
that was when
exactly.
they were actually good. The more normal people, the more normal fags and like boomers and uh, politicians especially. Anytime once politicians are involved, you know it's over. when once politicians are making accounts on your website, that's when you know your golden age has come to a close.
Yeah.
I'm Dan Crenshaw, and this is the Disney Channel. He looks like a fucking supervillain too.
I think he really went for like the I'm a badass veteran
Yeah, that's
caricature.
becoming-
But a lot of politicians have done that. Saying you're a veteran is one of the big selling points when someone's trying to get their foot in the door in politics.
Looks
But
like
he
Snake
really
if you were fat.
fat snake. People should start calling him that. That's funny.
That's Snake.
Yeah, he really tries to appeal to kind of boomer neocon warhawks. I thought it was cool at some point in the past when there were videos of him like epically poning some liberal talk show host. I think that's how they get. That's how a lot of kind of controlled opposition characters get their foot in the door, though. With that kind of thing. Ben Shapiro wrecking liberals compilation.
Yeah, I don't get why that is. It's like I don't like anyone who forms their opinion solely based off of like, internet personalities or someone
Yeah,
else that they know.
yeah,
Because it's like you can tell they don't know what they're saying when they regurgitate all this back to you.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
it's totally true. Unfortunately, though, that's the thing that probably influences people the most is cultural icons.
that's a
Mm,
nice opinion you got there. A YouTuber give it to you.
yeah. It's so true
Yeah.
though. Like, my God. Unless you're watching the short bus, in which case you shouldn't listen to us because we're retarded.
Well, if you get your opinions from some niche stream with 5 regular viewers on the internet, then that's okay.
Exactly.
I get my opinions from political meme groups. I pretty much get all my news via memes.
I love memes.
I love memes.
I do love a good meme or two. Hey, that's a nice meme you got there.
Yeah.
Mm.
How much for that meme?
Who's my minor? I don't have a minor. George is the minor.
Do they have enough air?
I mean,
'Cause,
they're good for
if
now.
there's not enough air, then George will say he might say something about his lack of air.
He'll be fine.
The
We'll
best
say
way to make air in this
everyone got
game.
that joke right. Wait, was that the intention originally?
What?
Is that why you named him that,
No?
George? I can't breathe.
Oh,
That
mean,
was an
that-
accident.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
even
it kind of
funnier.
worked.
I was like, wait, was that what he meant originally? And I didn't pick up on it until now.
Yeah, the best way to just produce air in this game is to make a ton of bottles of dirty water. So you don't like empty them out anywhere, but you just have the bottles stored somewhere because
Because it makes polluted
basically,
oxygen.
yeah, it makes polluted oxygen out of nothing.
Hmm.
So you're actually adding oxygen into the game as opposed to changing, something into oxygen. Plus, it doesn't make any heat.
A girl named George.
I think they're all girls.
Georgia. Georgina.
Georgette.
Georgette.
Oh,
Georgia
there's
Floyd.
there's
Rule,
some people
Rule
in this game.
63, George Floyd.
Clay is
Jesus
being very LGBTQ plus by making some. There's actually 3 genders in this game, where there's a male character, a female character, and then characters where they just put an X there so you don't know.
Mm.
Devin, I believe, is one of them with an X.
Hmm.
They're
Whatever.
they're all Georges for me.
You're all just human cattle to me.
In the end, they're all my slaves, and they will do my bidding. Where's George? There he is.
I think it's offensive that these characters are kind of slave-like, and they happen to be persons of high melanin,
Not
spelled
George
with a Y.
or George.
Well, some of them are persons of melanin, and I think we need to send an angry email to the developers and ask that their designer be fired.
It's not
Golga.
people of melanin. It's people of darkness.
Dark Souls.
Cancel that.
I'm gonna switch to the idle screen. We're at almost 2.5 hours.
Okay.
You can keep playing it though. It's a free country.
No, it's not.
Nah,
Not
we
under
should
Joe
Not
Biden.
really.
we should all play For Honor next week.
I'm gonna do so badly though.
On the
And
stream.
they're gonna flex on me and end me rightly.
I'm sure you'll do fine. You've got a 120 FPS monitor.
That doesn't mean anything.
No,
My
it does.
monitor. Have the best monitor. I'll be able to see more. I'll
So
do
this
really well.
So in For Honor, it actually makes a difference because it doesn't limit your frames like at all. So you can whatever you can do, you can go up to.
Oh. I'm gonna be back in school again soon,
Next week.
and I'm gonna have my capstone this semester, so I won't have as much time for video until May. And then I'll have lots of time for the rest of my life, maybe, unless I just replace school with some other equally time-consuming thing, which that usually is how it goes. So
Yeah, that's probably how it'll be.
yeah, I'll play it though. Then you can wreck me at it next week.
Yeah.
Unless
No,
there's like a cooperative mode or whatever.
nah, it's just online
Okay.
mosh pit. We'll probably
Can we
be
play together?
We will be on the same team.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
the way the matchmaking works is it'll put 2 people at your skill level likely, and then on the enemy team, it'll put 2 people at your skill level, and then likely 1 person at mine, and
Okay.
then 1 person at the 4th person who's randomly solo queuing
I
his
see.
level.
All right.
And so likely there will be 1 person on the enemy team running around killing us all.
Okay. We will do that then. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yes.
we'll call it good with that. Thanks for watching, people or persons. Persons of color. Persons of darkness
People
who
of
are
dark.
watching. People of dark. No, persons
Hugh
spelled with a
Mixons.
Y.
Hugh
Happy
Mixon.
January. I guess this is the first one of the new year. Happy New Year. And see you next week.
Oh yeah.